everyone and welcome back to your piano lesson. If you are here for the first time, I am Gianluca Fronda, pianist, composer, piano and composition teacher. If you want to discover interesting facts about me, you can watch the introduction video of the channel. I'm leaving the link below in the description, where you will find also the link for my artistic channel in case you are interested in original music and covers. Going back to the Piano Lessons to Go channel, don't forget to subscribe and to share also with your friends if there is anybody that is interested in piano music. Let me know also about yourself when you started studying, your experience. Now time to go to our lesson. Today I want to explain the A1 piece, the Minuet in G. Is a part of the grade 3 piano exam pieces for the new syllabus 2023-24. Many of you probably know that this is part of the notebook for Anna Magdalena Bach. Many people know this one as composed by Bach. Anyways, let's say that he's an anonymous. It's not clear the composer of this piece. About 1 month ago I have recorded this piece. I've published on my artistic channel. You can find the link in the description below for the official video, where you will find a piece played obviously faster than 116. And I didn't use this book, I have used a completely different one. Now, before playing at 116 and then slower, I want to anyways tell you a few things regarding this piece. First of all, it's in two parts. As you know, we have to ignore the repeat sign. It starts in G major, it ends the first part in G major. The second part is starting in the relative minor of G major, that is E minor. You should know now that with one sharp we can be either in G major or in E minor. Anyways, the first part is the whole one in G major. The second one starts in E minor and end in G major. I suggest you to mind the fingering. It's very well made. Also maybe take advantage of the ones that I fixed. Anyways, they simply follow the one that has been indicated by the publisher. We are starting with we could say, a broken chord or arpeggio of G major in ascending direction. Then these are notes of the D major. So it's all, for those that are much more into the understanding of the harmony of the chords, they are much more into the analysis of the harmony. So we are doing tonic, dominant, tonic. Tonic, G major, dominant, D major, tonic. Then the fourth degree, the subdominant chord. And then the tonic, the G major in first inversion. And then here is having fun moving from the second of G major, that is A minor, to the dominant in first inversion, D major in first inversion, we could definitely notice, and then G major. I know that for many of you this is a little bit too much, but I just wanted to mention a little bit, and in case some of you is interested, I can definitely publish another video if you will ask, and I will have time, where I will talk about the harmony. Obviously I'm stopping now the analysis of the harmony, and I keep repeating, mind the fingering, mind these technical elements, broken chords, small parts of scales. You see small fragments, I could say even a bit more than half of a scale. That's why it's so important that you study the scales, the arpeggios. They are used and overused in the classical pieces, yeah? I'm going to play it now at 116 first. Before I proceed with the performance, I want to anyways clarify what the publisher has clarified. All the, let's say, dynamics, articulations, they are editorial suggestions. Bach, in the notebook for Anna Magdalena Bach, gave us the piece as it is, without any specific indication, except maybe this slur, this one at the end, but the other ones, these ones for example, or the dynamics, it wasn't practice in Baroque music to write the dynamics. So these are editorial suggestions. Anyways, in your case, since you are a grade 3 student, I would suggest you to simply stick to these advices and to learn from what the publisher is suggesting you. Now I can proceed with fast performance. Now that I've played the whole one at the, let's say the final, very close I hope, very close to 116, I hope I didn't play faster, that is in general my tendency. I have tried as much as I could to respect the fingering suggested by the publisher, also those that I added. Maybe I might have changed a little bit something at the end. Anyways, just to mention that even if you change it slightly and you find a better solution for you, same as probably I found a slightly different one at the end, because at the end, when you become confident, the fingering is something that you can edit last second while you perform. Your brain find the best way in that right moment to play the passage. But anyways, in your case, it's much better that you stick to the one that is written down. Try to do your best to respect the slurs. The slur, as you know, is that sign that tells you when to breathe in and breathe out. For example, I'm pointing this bar 27. What do I do here, for example? I start, I do 1 and 2 and 3 and, you see? So I play the first note, I split a little bit, so I release a little bit to drop, connect, roll, and then you play the other ones. So it's the notes that are under the umbrella of the legato mark of the slur, they have to be played well connected. You don't split the notes in between. You divide the first from the previous one, same as the last from the following one. So the breath has to happen before and after. And you do all with a gentle drop at the beginning of the slur, connecting the notes in between. For example, the second and the third, or the middle one here, or the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. So you drop on the first, and you release on the last. And let me show you slowly what I do at the beginning of the second page. I do da da ya da da yam pam. You see? Drop, connect, roll, and then you drop. You do the same. Ti di do di di dum pam pam pam. It's a way to, let's say, shape the word. Imagine that these are all letters of the alphabet. When we speak, we don't think in this way, but we should start analyzing to improve even more our performances. There is a specific moment when you breathe. And this is exactly what we do when we play. We breathe with this action of the hand, dropping and rolling. Okay? Anyways, now I can go to the slow performance. I will use the metronome, and I can play probably at 60, almost halfway. Obviously, I won't mind the dynamics in this very slow performance. I will try to do my best to simply show you the notes slowly, and the fingers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and It happened also now that I changed slightly some of the fingers, but I keep repeating, you can definitely use some slightly different one. It doesn't, if it's really, for example, at the 4th instead of the 5th, or also here 5th instead of the 4th, it's not a big drama. I might say much more regarding the way, in the age of Bach, these, for example, arpeggios or broken chords were played, or the consecutive notes were played, when there is, for example, nothing specific written down, like in terms of there is no slur. But this is something that could be maybe exaggerated at this level. Maybe just one more thing that I can mention regarding the triplet. Be simply careful. The subdivision, as you can see, is in twos. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. You will have to face once ear, and once ear, so 3 times triplets. It means obviously that you have to split then the beat, the count in 3 parts, and you can do 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, and it has to fit exactly in the beat. So starting from here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and so on. So you have to simply be able to let these 3 notes fit in one beat. And as I have mentioned many times also in the past, and I repeat it today, you pass from binary subdivision doing 3 and 1 and a, 3 and 1 and a. Practice a little bit the different subdivision, 3 and 1 and a, 3 and 1 and a, and it's much more powerful if you use the metron. 3 and 1 and a, 3 and 1 and a, 3 and 1 and a. That's all. I don't think that there's anything else that should be mentioned, even though we could say billions of things regarding this music. I invite you anyways to watch a professional recording made almost 1 month ago, published on my artistic channel. There is the link in the description below. I could mention many more things, but the purpose of this tutorial is the one of helping you students attending the grade 3 exam. Then obviously if you're interested in a thorough explanation, you're more than welcome to leave a comment and let me know, and then I will be happy to, if I see that many students are interested in understanding more how to analyze the pieces and how to understand and interiorize the content of the pieces, I will be super happy to make new tutorials. If it's the first time you're landing on this channel, thanks to this video, don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next one.